Hello, hello. Welcome to Team Happy and Fit, and welcome to the team call tonight for July 24th. As I said earlier, you may not recognize me as Julianne Kanye because I'm not. I am Kim Meyer. I am pinch hitting, is that how you say it? For her tonight. She's traveling, and so we want to make sure that these calls come to you live, that they're here for you, that you can be supported and uplifted. And so tonight, best practices, I have a slew of them for you. And going from someone that is working full-time as a school administrator, full-time mom, full-time everything, obviously just scooted out here to do another mom duty, doing this business in efficiency, and being able to take care of the activities you need to in the amount of time. If anyone says they don't have enough time to do this business, they're not analyzing their schedule properly. Okay. And so you can always make this work for you. It's about analyzing your schedule. It's about prioritizing the things that you want to prioritize in life. And so let's first and foremost welcome any new coaches to the call. Do we have any new coaches? Unmute yourself. I've muted people, but unmute yourself. And hello, welcome. Unmute yourself and tell us who you are and why you're excited to be a coach. Maybe, maybe not. Here, I'll unmute you. All right, Sarah. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi.
I am a new coach. I got signed up through Ashley Stewart.
Awesome.
I'm really excited to be a part of this. I'm really excited to work on myself and be able to help others while working on myself.
You are in the perfect tribe because Happy and Fit is all about self-care. And we are so glad that you're here and that you're part of this awesome community. I see the real Julianne has shown up to the call, and she asked me 3 times if she wanted me to kick it off or if she wanted to kick it off. So what that really means is that she wants to kick it off. So
no, that's not what I was thinking. But you guys, I just saw, is David on?
Yes.
I literally was just at his house. Woo-hoo. How cool is that? So I am in Peoria, Illinois, where my family is from. And I just was in New York, and then I was like, David, we have to meet up. And so we took a picture with him and his wife, Brittany, who I went to school with. And then now I'm hanging out with my family. So I asked Kim if she volunteered to lead this tonight. So I'm so incredibly excited. Sarah, welcome to our team. I can't see anyone because I'm on my phone and in the car, but I feel like I am all over the place, and you all are phenomenal and wonderful. Is Brittany Burmeister on?
She is.
She just hit Success Club for the 2nd month in a row, and I want to give her a shout out. And I just am proud of that because sometimes what happens is we have so much momentum. We have so much momentum coming off of Summit. We have so much momentum in the beginning of the month, and what tends to happen is that when there's minimal time left in the month, which I still feel like there's a lot left, you start to hit cruise or you take your foot off the gas. So I just want to give her a shout out because she's been fighting for this and showing up for that. And I am just massively proud of her. I want to give a shout out to everyone's transformation that they've been posting about. And something that I really, that I've been thinking about a lot is I want you to think about 30 ways coaching has greatly blessed your life since saying yes. Whether you signed up yesterday, like what transformed in your heart to do that? What do you feel on this call right now? What are you excited about? And if you could just list those 30 things, those could be 30 posts that you talk about this community, about this lifestyle, about this journey. Because I think what I've been noticing is we've been really excited about our community groups. And what I think is the ultimate community is this. So I really am going to encourage you all to think about those reasons of how coaching has blessed you. And I challenge you to share that through social media. But Kim, you can take it away. That's all I really wanted to say. I'm really grateful that this is a family. The fact that I could just, well, my mom's driving. I'm not driving, you guys, don't worry. The fact that, you guys know Call, is that I could just swing by David's house, him giving me his address, and go hug him, talk to him and his wife for quick 15 minutes meant everything to me. And it just shows that this community is family, and it's really cool to build those types of relationships. So Kim, if you want to do more shout outs, we can. I appreciate you leading. You guys, this girl's a boss. She and her team is a lifetime 6-star elite team. That is no small defeat. That is hard work, hustle, belief, and a type of resiliency that's crazy. She just retired from her school administrative job and is now doing this full time. We never lead for anyone to do this full time. We lead for you to create whatever life you want. And if that is to do this full time, great. But if it's to give you more freedom and flexibility in your life, awesome. And our biggest mission is to just show people that success is not above them. So Kim, I love you and I appreciate you, and you are just an incredible leader, and I'm really excited to listen.
Well, thank you. And one of the things I want to give you tonight are just like tidbits, little bits of information, very practical things that you can do in your business to maximize your time and to make your, really catapult your business into going places. Like she said, I was a full-time school administrator. I've recently retired. So weird to say that I've retired, but I retired from my school admin job, and my niche is busy working moms. So I need to continue to do what I was doing in the 3.5 years that I've been coaching, to still continue to show up for other people and help you build the lifestyle that you want, whether that's working and doing this or doing this full time. Like she said, I want to provide for you things that you can do that you can help create a life by design and still have a kick butt business. Okay. So this whole thing is kind of about like working smarter, not harder. And so they're just tidbits, build little best practices, things that helped me do what I needed to get done in the short amount of time that I had. And I still do pockets of time, even now being full-time coaching. I have 2 crazy kids running around all summer long. I've got a puppy, obviously, that I just had to run around for, and a husband that's off doing things as well. So I don't get to just sit at my desk all day and do this. I have to prioritize my time and do things exactly like I'm going to tell you. All right. So the first thing that you should need to do when you get into this is you need to be a planner. Okay. Plan everything. Plan out who you're going to invite, plan who you're going to talk to, plan about what you're inviting to, plan out your time, and like really flush out exactly what's going to happen. So on my desk in front of me, you can't see it right now, but I have a big desk calendar. And on it is, I'll actually just show it to you. On it is like all kinds of stuff. It has my podcast schedules. It has big meetings on it. It has lots of stuff. Okay. So I literally have this in front of me all the time, and I just rearranged my desk in order to show you that. I also, at the very beginning of coaching, I had a planner like this. Okay. And what I literally did was went through my Facebook friends and wrote down 5 names every day, because I'm a planner. I didn't want to have to think about who I was going to invite or get caught up in that trap of like, who am I going to invite to? Who should I talk to? Will they like this? Will they not like this? Like, I just wrote down 5 names, and that day, that's who I sent my messages to. And I'm a cold inviter. Other people are warm inviters. I make the ask, and if they want more information, I build a relationship with them and work with them one-on-one. So that's one opportunity. Now, what do I use my planner for? Is writing down the names of people that I'm adding on Instagram and making connections with there. So now I have a place that I can come back to and get for follow-up information. So it's all about what works for you, but you need to plan it out and need to figure out what you're doing. The other thing that I wanted to show you is last time we talked about calendars, and somebody had mentioned needing to see like what your calendar looks like. So I have for you my calendar on what it looks like. And this will show you that I am for sure a planner. So everything is detailed, laid out for what my day is going to look like. Now, I was telling Julianne this earlier, like everything is on here. If it doesn't land on my calendar, it's not going to happen. Like that's like in life, that's like, I mean, like mom things go on here. Like today I had a massage, that was definitely on there. Everything is scheduled out here. And so I have blocked off family time. Then I have team calls at night. Like there's just things that are always going to come up, and it has to go on the calendar. One of the things that my husband is in a super amazing support system in life in general. We're true partners in life. He does the laundry. He's amazing. He does most of the cooking, and it's my job to do dishes and schedule our family. Okay, so like, hey, I need this to happen. We have this meeting going on. It needs to go on the calendar. Hey, I've got this going on. It needs to be on the calendar. I'm always the one that says, what's the day's agenda? Okay, like that's just my role in life. So I'm kind of a planner by nature, but it's still something that you need to like work on. And really, if you're going to be this is going to be a business for you, you need to show up and plan for that. Okay, Beachbody doesn't just say, hey, I think we're going to launch Lift 4 today. No, there's like years of work that goes into that planning and the marketing and all that stuff that goes into it. They don't like, even when you're planning a challenge group or you're planning, inviting to your community, you have to give them at least 7 days to order something before they get it and they can have it in their hands. With Shakeology, at least. BOD, it's 48 hours, but you still have to put some plan into it. Willy-nilly and like off the cuff stuff sometimes works, but not always. Having a plan is definitely the best part. The second tip I have for you today is ask for referrals. This is something that I missed out on for a very long time. I just didn't feel like I put my own block in my head about like, it wasn't okay for me to ask for referrals, but why wouldn't I, right? Like I give referrals all the time of like, I love this water bottle, or I love these jeans, or you need to go see that movie. Like I refer people to things all the time, like it's not my job, but yet why was I not asking people to give referrals for things that they love too? So this is something that I've recently started doing, and it's working out quite well. I'm having tons of conversations. I've been actually going back and forth with at least a dozen women in email the last couple days, because I literally started our Lift 4 group the Monday the 16th. And so at the end of this last week, I sent a script to the people that are in my challenge group. And I said, hey, if you're having fun with this program, I would love for you to post this on your Facebook page. And then anybody that comments below, make sure you tag me in it. And it's written right in there. But like, I gave them the script. They posted on their Facebook page. People are dropping I'm interested or emojis or whatever. And then now I'm having conversations with those people. If they happen to be like brand new discount coaches or people, I'm sending them their links so they can get started right away. So I'm helping my new coaches get started. If they're not coaches or just regular customers, I'm sending them my stuff, obviously. But like we're having conversations and things. And then I also reward the people that do that. Like, I just sent off 3 little packets of Energize in the mail with a handwritten thank you card. You have to appreciate the people that are supporting you and ask the people that are in your business to support other people. If you ran a restaurant and you served up an amazing dish, or if someone had a great service, they would go tell someone else about it and have them come to your restaurant. Same thing applies to your Beachbody business. You are serving people to have healthier and happier lives. So why not ask them to refer other people to what you're doing? And it's also a lot more fun for them to have people in the challenge group or in whatever that people that they know. So it gives them more accountability because they have people that they've already built relationships in the group, and it helps them feel good about helping someone else. And I really, really think that the one girl that is not a coach right now, but has given me at least 4 referrals this week, really badly wants to be a coach. So, hey, if these people sign up under me and as customers or whatnot, and she just decides further down the line that, she wants to be a coach, they're her friends. She originally brought them in. I'm fine if they go back to her. I don't care. Hey, let's get people started. That's the goal, right? So, give your challengers or new coaches something to post about. Give them something to put out there. You can handwrite it for them, give it to them, let them do it. Follow up with all the people that message you, get their email addresses, send them information about the group, and then you always still have their email addresses for later, even if they decide not to at this point. Friend request also the people that are logged on there. So there are several people that maybe, said, hey, so this is the process they use. They all commented below or sent an emoji. I sent them a private message with some information, said, hey, thanks for commenting. I know you want some more information. Can I get your email? And if they did not respond to that, I for sure friend requested them, and I'm following up with those people. But if they did give me their email, then I send them a canned response. And today I sent a follow-up email to all of those people as well. So it's just a matter of same process. You're going and finding people, but use that referral system instead. The third thing is duplicate services. How many people that have, how many people know that if they do an IGTV story and they have a like page, I don't know if it does this on a personal page or not, but it does. Okay, so if you do an IGTV video, it automatically posts to your social media as well. It does for me on my, I don't know if this is for fact for personal page. Now that we're looking at people who are going, I don't know. But for me today, this was like perfect because I filmed a video on my IGTV, hit post, and it shared it automatically to my like page. It hit 2 audiences in one fell sweep, okay? You can share your videos that you make in your challenge group. You can use canned responses, duplicating your time over and over. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Back when I first started coaching, I was literally have like notes, like for my notepad on my computer, that I would have kind of the repeated things that I would say over and over again. So I was literally copying and pasting in there just to save time. But like, it's really a matter of, now we have canned responses where it's literally like type in their email address, you hit the little button and it plops it all in there. You don't even have to copy and paste anymore. Like just using those kinds of resources to help you save time and move through things in a faster way. Conversation starting scripts to send out to get the conversation going. Like I said, I'm a cold inviter. I would rather start a conversation with you about you liking my page, you commenting on my stuff, or just something that I see on your page. A lot of times I would say things like, hey, I love your page. It looks like we could be great friends. You know, what have you been up to lately? Or something like that. Or something that has something, if I'm going to invite them to the coaching opportunity, this is kind of bold, but it's something I've done recently too, is, hey, I really love your page. I see that you're a mom too. I run healthy living challenge groups of helping women build confidence and strength in both mind and body. Would this be something that you're interested in? Like, it's just making that invite. Some people respond, some people don't. You have to be okay with the people who aren't going to respond. There are always going to be people that are going to ghost you, whether you know them or not. Okay. And so making sure that you're okay with that is one thing that you just need to get out of your own head. But also, you know, having those scripts can help save a lot of time. Like I talked earlier about having those 5 names on the list. It was a short conversation starting script. Like I was inviting you to my birthday party kind of thing. Hey, I've got this new challenge that's starting up. I've changed my whole life with this. I really would love for you to be a part of it too. Would you like more information? I don't know, like those are old things, but like that's what I would do. I would just send that kind of invite to those 5 people every day. Take the thinking out of it, because when we think, we feel, and when we feel, we stop. Okay, so take the thinking out of it and just take action. So finding ways to duplicate your services, whether it's, you know, this is going to post for that, or you're using canned responses, you're doing things that are going to save you time. Awesome, keep doing that. Shortcuts, okay? Kind of the same as duplicating, but shortcuts. There's really no shortcut in building relationships. So don't think of it that way. Like, you always have to build a relationship with someone before they're going to join you. They have to know you, they have to trust you, and then they will join you. So even when I'm like cold inviting these strangers, they're seeing things on my social media that help them get to know me. But I also build a relationship with them when they say, yes, I'd like more information. I get to know them. I start talking to them. I start relating. We start connecting on things that are common between us. And then we really get into goals and we start talking about what's working for them and not working for them. But here's a shortcut that I've been using lately that has been really helpful in reaching those people. And it's keyboard replacements in your phone. I don't know about Android. I'm assuming it's all the same. So you know what assume means, but these have been life-changing, okay? So if you have an iPhone, for sure, go to your settings. We're going to follow along. They were talked about this on a call today, and I was like, hi, I'm already doing this. Go to your settings. Go to general settings in the middle. and then go to keyboard, and then text replacement. And in there, you probably can't see this very well. It's very bright on your side of things. But in here, I have short little phrases. So if you hit the little plus in the top corner, it will give you a phrase and a shortcut. The phrase is the part that what you want to send, okay? So like my little invite, my cold invite here is in my phrase. I literally copied and pasted it from a note on my phone and pasted it in there, and then the shortcut just says hello. So anytime that I start to write the word hello in anything, it's going to pop up as an option. So you know, like where it like kind of pops up sometimes where like all the different options of words, like it's going to auto fix for you, it pops up as one of those options. So then I just tap that little thing and it auto populates in there, and you can hit send. You can literally do your entire business from your thumb at this point if you get all of your phrases in there.
You can even put in a shortcut coach 1, coach 2, coach 3, teacher coach, mom coach, like whatever specific niche it is, and create a script in that, and then it pops up in that script just for that person.
Exactly. And I also use it for hashtags. I have 4 different sets of hashtags that I use, whether they are nutrition focused is my post, or if my focus on my post is family focused, or if my post is fitness focused. Say that fast, 5 times fast. But you can use those shortcuts at any point, and I have tons of them in there. It's the hard part sometimes is trying to figure out like what my shortcut's going to be. Like HT is my hashtags, HT1, HT2, and I just use those. So use those shortcuts anytime you can to save a little bit of time, save a little bit of energy, and you know when you're in the grocery store line and you're scrolling your feed because you're waiting, you have that downtime, use that time to send out a message or 2. And it literally takes no time at all because you don't have to flop back and forth between applications. You can literally just type in HT or hello and send, and off you go. You got some invites sent out while you're waiting in the grocery store line or pumping gas or whatever, nursing. I've got lots of moms on here, new moms. Waiting for kids to show up to the gym, right? Okay, so the next thing is, use some shortcuts. In those shortcuts, have a place to send people. So when you're sending that information out, leaving your notes on your phone that have some common links on them, creating a shortcut on your phone. I believe Android can do this as well, but like, the apps on your iPhone, you can take a URL and make it an app on your iPhone. So if you have an URL that you go to often, like it used to be like the coach links, like the 411 thing before they had BB links, or Share a Cart could go on there, or even just like the coach online office. I use that a lot on here. And so you can make any link a shortcut on your phone. So if you have a sneak peek group, or a specific Facebook group that you want to check in often, you can do that with them. Have a place to put people that you are going to be talking to. So if that is the shortcut on your phone, is that you're going to that specific group, click that, then you don't have to get into Facebook and try to find the group and then add them. You can just open it up, add the person, and you're good to go. Okay. And then kind of the same thing with duplicating services. Have your community group that's lasting all year long. Have sneak peeks, like videos that you're going to use in your sneak peeks, you can use over and over again, inviting people to things, and then just make them timeless, meaning like don't talk about the weather, how beautifully hot it is outside, because someone might be listening to it in December. Don't talk about like how the football season is going, or like, things like that. Like just keep it general and open so that you can use it all year long. And open up a YouTube channel. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube channel attached to yourself. So utilize that. Go live on a Zoom, or go on a Zoom and just hit record and record yourself talking, or do it on your phone and upload it to YouTube. And then you can send those links off to people and have the information with you telling them the information. And even if you're brand new, like don't be afraid of video. Don't be afraid of sharing who you are and what you're talking about. Like it just shows confidence. And even if you have to fake it until you make it, it's okay. And if you record the video and it's bad, delete it and start over. I think I did a video today on my IGTV that you have to record it and then upload it there. I started recording 3 times. Stop, delete, stop, delete. And then I just did it. And so the more you practice it, the better you'll get. So just work on those kinds of things. The 5th big tip I have for you is track it and attack it. Okay, track it and attack it. So if you have a goal of what you want to achieve in this business, if you have an area that you've identified that you want to get better at, track your progress with it and attack it in your actions. Okay, so one of my goals this month was to grow my IG following on my profiles. So I've been interacting like crazy. In fact, you probably saw on my calendar, it says scroll time. That literally is 30 minutes to 45 minutes of scrolling. Yes, not for like just in the newsfeed, but like finding people and interacting with them. I go to hashtags that are specifically me. I scroll through until I find people that I could really get to know and like. I do the 1 through 5. I comment on their stuff. I like their pictures. I watch their story. I interact with those people so that they come to my profile and do the same. I've grown my, I started the month at 194 people averagely looking at my profile, and I'm up to 476 right now. So like literally just taking some time and like interacting with people gets them interested in what you're doing and come to your page. So that's also encouraging to me too, because if I'm doing cold invites, that means that people are looking at what I have there and they're coming to my page to check me out and see what's there. Also, another reason why good content is very important, because it needs to show all areas of your life. Trina Gray, you'll hear her hopefully someday, here very soon. She is a breath of fresh air. She's a walking PD book, but she will also talk to you about your 6 roles in life. What are the 6 hats that you wear? Who are you as a whole individual? You're not just a Beachbody coach. Who are you in all areas of your life? I'm a child of God. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a puppy mom. I'm a coach. I'm a community member. Okay, like those are the things that should be showing up on my newsfeed. And when I am feeling like, I'm looking at my feed and like really fitness right now, I need to mix it up and mix in some kids. I need to talk about some things. And my stories are my whole day and everything in my life. But need to make sure that your page is a good representation of all of you. So if you want to get better at interacting with people, track it. I wouldn't know if I was making any progress if I wouldn't have written those numbers down on my calendar. Another thing is use the resources in your hands. Don't, so the track it and attack it thing is use the resources that you have. So like we have trackers available to you in the Rock the Business training. In our team page, you can use the daily tracker to focus on what you're doing on your daily activities. If you want to get better at inviting, pull out your tracker and write on it. Who are the people that you're inviting? What are you going to talk about on social media? What have you done on the team page? What have you done? How many people have you invited to the business? Really tracking the things that you need to. If you need a tracker, check out the files tab of the team page. If you need help with, you can also recreate your own. My calendar has really become my tracker, and I schedule everything in there because, again, if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't get done. So it's flexible on when it might happen in the day, but it's on my calendar, and those are the things that I'm going to do. Use the resources in the apps, okay. So use your daily checklist, use your Google Calendar, get into things that you're going to make sure things happen. If you want to get better at making invites, track how many you're doing so that you know where you're going from there. Maybe even like you want to do a ratio, like how is my invite doing? So if you are sending invites and you feel like nobody's responding to you, take a poll, like really pay attention to, like, I sent out 10 invites this day, 3 people responded, okay, 3 out of 10. Next day, I sent out all these same invites, 10 people, maybe 4 people responded. So like when you get to the end of the week and you're like, nobody responded to my invite, like you can, like that's not real. Like you have real actual data, collect it on yourself. What are you doing? How are you doing on it? I talked a little bit at Team Rockstar Fit Day about the leader ladder, and the pieces of the leader ladder are good things to focus on to create strength and stability in your business. So check out some more information on that, or if you have questions on the leadership ladder, talk to me and we can work through those things together as well. And then put your time and energy, like use these tips and tricks to build your business, to do all the daily activities that you need to do. Our 4 vital behaviors are: be a product of the product, get your workout in, get your Shakeology in, talk about those things, do your personal development, get your invite in, and then celebrate people. Those are the 4 daily activities. Those are the must-haves that you must have every single day. So if you are doing those 4 things every single day, track those things, know what's happening, and then bless and release. Get out of you don't have to spend all your time doing this. And so, now that I'm full-time in here and I'm sticking to the same schedule, I just get to do more of what I was doing before. And that's the fun part in it. Put your time and energy into building relationships. Put your time and energy into serving the people that you already have, playing with the puppies when they need their attention, going on a walk with the kids, being present in your family's life, and knowing that you've done a good job in the time that you've had when you've got your time in the business. So, really, those are kind of the big things that I have for you tonight. Be a planner, ask for referrals, duplicate the time that you have, and you use the things over and over again. Take shortcuts when you have the ability to do so, and track it and attack it if you are going to move forward with making sure you're making some progress. So, any questions?
Yes, I will go ahead and say them for you. Okay. David, I know just got off, but he can watch the recording, what is a cold invite?
What is a cold invite? So a cold invite is an invite to someone that you don't necessarily know very well. So I would, scroll through Instagram, like there's millions of people on Instagram. I scroll through, and I've actually been having a really good conversation with a high school principal in California. I believe she's in San Diego. And so she was a cold invite. I saw her in a hashtag. I was liking a bunch of her stuff. I was, commenting on some of her stories. And then I just simply said, hey, I think you'd be a really amazing fit to my tribe. I actually did this morning. I mean, I've invited her before. She's always ghosted me. And this morning I did a video of her. And I said, I know you're probably going to say no to this, but you're so encouraging and you're so amazing. And I just really feel like you are going to be amazing, a part of my tribe someday. I completely understand what it's like to be a school administrator. I get this is going to be crazy busy time for you and things are just really heating up. But I really think that you should think about this and get paid for what you're already doing on your social media. And then I would love for you to learn more about my tribe. And she wrote back and said, interesting. Sounds like fun. Tell me more about this tribe you talk about. And so then we went back and forth in video commenting today on how I think she'd be really good at this. Now, she's not anybody that I really know personally. I've just followed her really inspirational way on Instagram. That would be more of a cold invite.
Sweet. First of all, someone said, do you schedule in scroll time is what they saw on your calendar?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Brilliant. And then you can socialize that way, but you're not getting lost in it. You're being purposeful, especially with Instagram, you guys. When you scroll Instagram, it's people you choose to follow. Right. Facebook, I know you technically choose to be friends with them, but I feel like Facebook is a lot more negative than Instagram. Instagram is fairly positive in my brain because you choose on who you follow. Mm-hmm. Another question is, can you share your script or walk us through what a script would look like to a cold invite? I think that was Laramie's question.
Yeah. Let me see if I can grab it quick.
We were even talking today, Laramie, one could be following a hashtag, keeping it really short and sweet and not overcomplicating it. Today I was on a call. This coach does 70 invites a day. She's a mom of 3 and they're all at home. And she says she has to do it throughout the day. And all she does is she has scripts, but she personalizes it to the person, does them in 10s or 20s. I can't remember, but she breaks it up throughout the day. And she literally just says something along these lines. She will say I followed a teacher hashtag. That's not a coach hashtag. Saying, hey, I stumbled across your profile. It is so awesome. I see that you're a teacher too. I used to teach 8th grade. What grade do you teach? Hey, because your profile stuck out to me, you have to shorten this a little bit. I just really feel like you would click with the vibe of my team. And if you have any interest in building a business through working on yourself and being positive and healthy while helping others, I would love to give you more information. Something along those lines, we can condense it, but that's all she sends, and sends 70 a day. It has 200 people in her coach sneak peek, you guys. This month has 200, she has it tonight, and she's going to tell us the conversion rate after tonight, but she said it's been awesome.
And anytime that you can get somebody's email, even if they don't join you this time, you have their contact information. They've given that to you that you can use later and say, hey, I have a sneak peek tonight. I know last time wasn't good for you. Would you like to learn more now? Are you ready to start this journey with me? So like, this is one that I sent earlier in the month. Hey, thanks for following me. Have you ever considered joining my healthy living community? It's a group of mostly women that are working on improving themselves in mind, body, and spirit. We'd love to have you to be a part of it. And then they either say yes or no, and can I have your email? I'll send you more information, or I do video back and forth with them. One that I sent to most recently says, hey, my name is Kim Meyer, founder of Choose to Rise, and a virtual health studio where I help women improve their confidence and strength in mind and body. I support them with mindset shifts, with daily motivation and PD opportunities, while we're all working together on our fitness and nutrition. If this is something that interests you, great, let's talk about your goals. If not, no big deal. I hope that you enjoy my podcast below. It's great for positive, uplifting content. You can check it out here. And then I gave a link to my podcast. So that's two. One, I'm inviting to my community, and two, I'm telling them that I have a podcast and they can go listen. Double whammy. Shortcut, saving time.
I think the biggest thing that's so awesome, Kim, is evaluate. Are you guys even sending out 10 messages to build relationships a day? Where you could simply find hashtags, and I think we're overcomplicating this so much, where you need to tell someone why they should do this. Like, what is the appeal to it? And I think that this is the ultimate goal, is this community, because it's so amazing. And why are we holding back on that? Where maybe we're just afraid, and that's why we're not doing it. But if fear was not there, would you go all in and do it? And then you get better the more you do it. So Kim and I were talking today, that I told her, I said, I was on that call. I was on a call today, and I knocked out a 30-minute coaching webinar with my own story, and I'm going to massively take action with my inbox. And that's my goal, to get really good at this.
So she's duplicating what her sneak peek would normally be. Instead of taking a sneak peek and having a series of posts and having a live event, she's created a 30-minute webinar that is a link that when someone says, hey, I want more information on coaching, she sends them that 30-minute link, they watch it, and they get all the information. So that's where, like those videos I was talking about, YouTube, like utilize it, make it timeless so that you can continue. And if you need to go back and redo it later, fine. Like, done is better than perfect. Don't feel like you have to do things over, make it super perfect, because we're not perfect people. Don't show them something that you're not. Okay. But like, just get it done and see what works, and then revise if you have to. And one of the things I want to talk about hashtags is, like, a lot of times, myself included, when I first started doing this, and I still get frustrated with this sometimes, is like, all the hashtags I use are laden with coaches. There's so many coaches. No, but everything's coaches. Well, you're not being specific enough. Like, girls who lift are probably going to be full of people doing lift for. Okay. Moms who lift, same thing. Mom life, you're going to get people from all over the world. Like, stop using hashtags that are heavy laden with coaches, and get super specific about you. So these people from July 9th that I wrote down, that I interacted with and communicated with, they came from these two hashtags: future duck dog and girl's best friend. Labs of Instagram is full of dog accounts like Wyatt Wonderboy. I'm not going to interact with Wyatt Wonderboy or a lab like, Choosy the dog. Like, I need to find their humans. So I typed that in and went to, future duck dog. I have a future duck dog, right? So, well, if she's not afraid of water. She is right now, but someday. So I went to those hashtags and found women that were in there and I started interacting with them, right? So girl's best friend was another one that I went to. Hey, Wyatt Wonder Boys make an appearance. Awesome. Finding hashtags that are specific enough to you. And unfortunately, I didn't write the other ones down. But like I have people that I've written down on my planner here and the hashtag that I got them from to be very specific to who I am. All right. So some of the hashtags that I'm using, I should just pull them up. Mom on a Mission. I actually went to Pinterest and found a whole bunch that were me. Let me actually just type it in. So I'm going to use my shortcut, HT, boom, they're all popped in there. Mom on a Mission, Mom at Forward, Just Trying to Be Healthy, Faith-Based Living, Peanut Butter Addict, like those are me. Nose to the Grindstone, Getting Crap Done, Iowa Born and Raised, Call Me Pretty, Adventure Lover, Fit Couple. Like these are just ones that like, this is, if you were to say who I am, like this is it. And I went through Instagram and found things that, fitness therapy, like I don't do fitness anymore to lose weight. I do it because I need to get my head clear because I have 2 crazy kids, right? So like finding the things that are specific to you and going from them. Affirmations all day long. There are not very many people that use that hashtag, but the people in there with me are cool people. So those are the people I'm interacting with on hashtags. More questions? I've talked a lot. Your turn. Anyone? I'm a teacher. I've got good wait time. Glad you jumped back on, David. We talked about your question, answered it for you.
You guys should ask questions about inviting. I just think that that's the number one thing that moves the needle in this. And it's the number one thing people are most afraid of. The number one thing you don't overcomplicate your workouts because it's all laid out there for you. And I feel like inviting is laid out there for you, but there's this disconnect on how to do it. Cause I just think that you're overcomplicating it. And the reason I can say that is because I've overcomplicated that. So genuinely what I think is asking questions specifically on the thing that might freak you out a little bit, whether you say so or not, because sometimes we rely so much on our social media to do it for us. But in all actuality, the more time you spend building relationships or sending out cold invites to people that you're being genuine with, doesn't have to sound salesy or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why I put the names on the page, because like I said earlier, you think, you feel, you stop. And so you just have to, like I said, take the complication out of it and don't think about it. Just make a system and do it. You don't think about your workout because it's there. You don't think about making your shake every day now because it's just a habit that you just do it. You know it's good for you when you do it. Like do the same thing with inviting. Do the same thing with social media. Like do the same thing with planning out your content for your challenge groups. Another tip for challenge groups content, and even sometimes my podcast, like go to Pinterest. Okay. A challenge group things, I use this all the time. So go to Pinterest, search what the topic is that you want to search for, building confidence, whether it's crushing sugar cravings, maybe it's, gratitude journal kind of thing. Type in what it is you want. They're going to give you lists of 10, 15, 20, 30 things. Take those one-liners, make them a post. So today we're going to be, if I'm doing a gratitude thing right now in my healthy living community. So what we're doing is we're literally just saying, I have a grateful quote, a grateful minded quote in there. And what are you grateful for today? And, writing a little bit about like what I'm grateful for, they commenting below what they're grateful for every single day. And I'm also putting a little spin on it of like, if they're commenting and they're commenting on other people's every single day, they're going to win have the chance to win the Happiness Advantage, the book I'm reading right now, because we're all going to read it together after we're done with the gratitude thing. So I'm planning it out. So I love doing book challenges. I love doing book clubs with them. Some of my other favorite things to do is other book clubs that I've done is You're a Badass. I've done Life's Golden Ticket. I've done with my coaches, I did Get Over Your Damn Self. Like, I just basically went with what Trina did. What was the other one? I did Super Life. When I was reading that book, I would take snippets of the things that I was reading each day and make those my posts. Like, you can use PD books as your challenge groups. It's incorporating personal development. It's doing those things Juliana's on the Charged Life. Brendon Burchard actually gives you the content, basically. Use the resources that are available to you to work smarter, not harder. Okay? Make sense?
This isn't an invite question, but for your community groups, we've been doing like 14-day themes every month, but then we still keep it going, obviously, outside of that. But what do you do to keep the engagement when you're not doing the themes? Because we had a lot of interaction for the theme, it seemed like, but now this week the theme is over and there's just not quite as much interaction in there. So what kind of stuff do you post, I guess?
For me personally, I move from theme to theme. I don't necessarily take a break. However, before I was doing a community group, that really kind of happened with challenge groups. Like, you're in there for 21 days and then they have like 7 days off before they have to start the next challenge. And so even when I was doing like just changing the theme, like back then, kind of like challenge group to challenge group in the same group, I would still go in there and say, like at the end of the group, set up the expectation. Okay, we've been doing this together now for 14 days. Now is your opportunity to see how you're going to do on your own. Plug into this group if you need accountability, if you need support. We're here for you always. Keep showing up for you and for yourself. The content will come back again in a week or so, but this is your chance to like step out and try it on your own and see what you do. Give them direction. Yes. Does that help, Caitlin? Okay. Other questions, other thoughts? Inviting help. I hope I've done well for you as a Julianne Candia stand-in. It's a tough role, tough shoes to fill, but
I have a question.
Okay.
Because I know since like there's a lot of teachers and so on, how do you feel about like when you're posting stuff, because you were an administrator, of since parents can see what you're posting, students can see what you're posting, what is you think that boundary line, the one to keep you progressing in the business, but also keeping you at that right level of like personal space between the students and parents?
One, I don't have students on my social media. So even like before I was done with my administrative job, I had some high school kids that were following my Instagram. I could see they're following my stories. And I would send a message and say, I don't let kids follow my social media for whatever reason. Boys specifically, I usually just block them off. Like, I don't serve fat guys. Sorry, fellas. But the other thing is that I don't really have anything to hide or be ashamed of that I'm posting. So everything that I'm putting out there is positive quality content. And if I didn't want other people to know about it, I wouldn't be posting it. So there is kind of that, like, there's only that really barrier there if you make it be a barrier. Does that make sense?
I also told my students, I said, and I know you teach high school, so it's totally different.
It's a little different.
But I told my students, I just said, I am who I am here as the same as at home. And I'm the same person. I'm positive, I'm upbeat, and I'm outgoing. Not outgoing, I don't know why I just said that. But healthy and happy and all those things. And I just think, like, I was able to inspire a lot of parents throughout this journey. And so I think it just depends. Like, my school didn't have a problem with me doing this. I just made sure not to do it during the day. But I know that Liz and Lauren, they had their principals talk to them and said, almost threatened them and said that you cannot do this. One, it's not anywhere in your contract that says you can't. So that's really up to you on what you do. But I think if you're just posting like a positive like I think that's so inspiring, David, of like being a dad and a husband and a teacher that is working on himself to be the best version of yourself is so setting the bar for young men. And so I think I think you post appropriately. You know what I mean? So maybe if it's young girls following, maybe that's where you are just like, you don't let them follow you. That's up to you. But I think if you're just showing an example of being a dad and husband, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
because like the nice thing is,
go for it.
like the nice thing is my district really pushes us to actually use like that platform for our students. They want us to have our students be on Twitter and us use it in the classroom. Same thing with Instagram. I don't let the kids follow me on Facebook until I tell them, until you graduate, yeah, that's fine. But on like, I hate Twitter just because I don't like dealing with it. But on Instagram, I let them follow me so that way I can tag them and stuff that we do in the classroom and then what we do in sports and so on. So that's why I was like I feel comfortable, like anything that I post, I feel comfortable with it. I just don't know, like, I guess just asking you, since you were an administrator, like where would that really go?
And if you're being positive and genuine and there's really nothing wrong, if you're fine with them knowing that information, or or you're providing solutions for the way you've felt down, or that you can show them a positive way of being, that's being a positive role model, your voice is just being louder because it's being put out on social media than it would be for them to individually interact with you like that. And so when I think of the positive role models in my school system, I would want their stories to be shouted out on social media so that other people get to know how amazing they are as well. And so, every district's going to have a little different spin on it. But like Julian said, there's nothing in your contract that says you can't. As long as you're not using school time and school resources, you're fine in my book. So. I actually just had she's going to be a freshman, I believe. She's going to be a freshman. She responded to one of my polls of like, get me more information. And I don't follow kids back, but I hit follow back and wrote her a message and said, I really appreciate that you're following along and I would love to support you in any way that I can, but I cannot send you information to join my group because I only work with adults. I highly encourage you to talk to your mom about what you can do to get started with something. And if I can support you in any way, great. But that's like, I can't send you information for my group. And then she said, thanks for the information. And then I unfollowed her so that that line is still there, but she's been like, she was aware that I'm not going to send her info. I'm not just ignoring her, but like, I'd really like to do something.
Okay, yeah, because I had a few kids respond to my link tree, and I'm like, I pretty much told them the same thing. That I'm like, no, sorry guys. So if you want anything, tell your parents to talk to me. So.
Yeah. Yep. Other questions? Sarah, has this been helpful? You get a lot of info thrown at you? Okay, good. All right, it is almost 9 o'clock. If there are not more questions, we'll just take a picture quick. So those of you are all beautiful names, I'd love to see your beautiful faces. Bring Wonder Boy Wyatt back. Just need an empty chair. All right, let's take a picture in 3. Is he gonna come back? 2, 1. Yay. All right. I will hit stop recording.